quiet when I wanted to scream. I let you walk away with every shared dream. I watched you rewrite the history of us while I turn my anger into ashes and dust. I'm holding the door as you carry your things, ignoring the venom and the way that it stings. They say it's a virtue to take the high road, but nobody tells you how heavy the load is when you're the one who has to forgive just so you have enough spirit to live. I'm tired of being the bigger person tonight when my world is small and nothing feels right. I'm sick of the grace and the dignity too, while I'm drowning in shadows left behind by you. Why do I have to be the one who stays kind when you're the one leaving the wreckage behind? The view from the top is lonely and cold. Being the bigger person is getting so old. It's telling our friends that it's all for the best, while I'm stitching the holes you left in my chest. I could tell them the truth, I could burn down your name, I could hand you a match and give you the blame. But I bite my tongue until it starts to bleed, giving you the silence that I know you need. I'm tired of being the bigger person tonight when my world is small and nothing feels right. I'm sick of the rise and the dignity too, while I'm drowning in shadows left behind by you. Why do I have to be the one who stays kind when you're the one leaving the wreckage behind? The view from the top is lonely and cold. Being a bigger person is getting so old. I wanna be selfish, I wanna be loud, I wanna be messy, and I feel so proud of the way I stood still while you fell apart, of the way I protected your hollowed out heart. Does the better person always have to lose? Because this isn't the path that I wanted to choose. So go and go, I'll keep standing tall, even if I feel like I'm about to fall. just the bigger person walking away. Standing in a room where the music's too loud. Another nameless face in a Saturday crowd. People are laughing, leaning in close, but I'm just a witness, I'm just a ghost. I've got a drink in my hand and a lie on my lips, while the world around me just dances and dips. I'm nodding my head to a beat I don't feel, touching the walls just to see if they're real. But the space right beside me is a canyon so wide. It's the hollowed out canyon left deep inside. And I'm lost in a crowd of one tonight, beneath the neon and the flickering light. There's 100 people screaming my name, but without you here it all feels the same. I'm surrounded by souls, but I'm drifting alone in a city of millions that I've never known. It's a strange kind of lonely, a sad kind of fun, living my life in a crowd of one. Someone asks for a light or a story to tell. I give them the pieces I know how to sell, but I'm looking past them at the back of the door, waiting for a shadow that don't walk here no more. It's funny how thousands can feel like a room that's locked from the inside and filled up with gloom. You are my audience, my only true friend, the beginning of things and the bittersweet end. Now I'm performing for people who don't see the scars underneath all the glitter and the light of the bars. Yeah, I'm lost in a crowd of one tonight, beneath the neon and the flickering light. There's 100 people screaming my name, but without you here it all feels the same. I'm surrounded by souls, but I'm drifting alone in a city of millions that I've never known. It's a strange kind of lonely, a sad kind of fun, living my life in a crowd of one. The lights are coming up, the floor is getting bare, but I'm still standing here looking for you everywhere. Just me and the echoes. The party is done, and I'm still just a crowd of one. kettle is whistling a low, lonely tune to a kitchen that's quiet and a pale waning moon. I'm pouring two coffees by habit, I guess. Then I stare at the steam and the cold, empty mess. The light through the blinds is a bruised shade of lead, and I'm still on the side of our unmade bed, searching for warmth in a space that's grown wide, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I used to love how the rain hit the glass, back when I thought that the seasons would pass, with your arms wrapped around me, keeping me dry. But now there's no color left in the sky. It's a gray sky morning, and I'm waking up slow to a world that's forgetting the way that we grow. There's no storm to blame, just this dull, heavy ache, and a heart that's too tired to even quite break. The blue's been erased, and the gold's turned to grit. I'm a candle that's waiting for someone to light it, but the clouds are just settled, and you're gone for good. I'm a ghost in a house where a masterpiece stood. The neighbor is starting his car in the drive, just a normal routine for the people alive. But I'm frozen in amber, I'm stuck in the mist, in the memory of the very last time we kissed. I try to remember the vibrance of June, but the gray sky is singing a different tune. It tells me that it always was just a nice word, the saddest lie that I ever heard. 2026 and I'm still asking why. Humming to an empty room. The shadows are weaving a web in the gloom. I'm washing the glass and I stare at the edge, wondering how long I've been off the ledge. I check my phone 3 times in a minute, looking for a world that has you back in it. I know you're not calling, I know that you're gone, but my mind keeps the porch light perpetually on. It starts with a scent or a song on the breeze, then the what ifs and maybes bring me to my knees. I'm trying to lock every door in my head, but the ghost of your laughter is haunting my bed. It's the intrusive thoughts that hurt the most, the way I keep feeding a beautiful ghost. I see you in traffic, I see you in dreams. I'm stitching my sanity back at the seams, but then I remember the way that you looked the night that the exit was all that you took. They say just move on, but they don't understand that I'm still holding a phantom's hand. Walk past the park where we sat in the fall. The intrusive thoughts say you're waiting for my call. They whisper you're lonely, they whisper you're sad. They tell me I'm the best thing you ever had. It's a lie and a poison, a trick of the light, but it's the only thing keeping me company tonight. I'm rewriting the ending where nobody leaves, while the reality under me quietly heaves. It's the intrusive thoughts that hurt the most, the way I keep feeding a beautiful ghost. I see you in traffic, I see you in dreams. I'm stitching my sanity back at the seams, but then I remember the way that you looked the night that the exit was all that you took. They say just move on, but they don't understand that I'm still holding a phantom's hand. Get out of my kitchen, get out of my head, get out of the books that we haven't yet read. I'm tired of seeing your face in the rain and finding a comfort in all of this pain. The mind is a prison when the heart is the key, and you're the only person who can set me free. Maybe you're happy, that's the worst of it all. Maybe you don't even remember the fall. reaching for your hand again, tracing shadows where your touch had been. The sunlight hits the floor in hollow lines. Another morning where the memory lies. I still smell your coffee on the breeze, but the kitchen's cold and I'm on my knees. Is a dream just a lie that the heart tells the mind to keep the ghost of us from falling behind? If I close my eyes, you're still standing there, running your fingers through my messy hair. But the waking is a blade, sharp and true. If a dream is a lie, why does it feel so much like you? So much like you. I walked past our bench in the pouring rain, hoping the storm could wash away the stain of a promise made when the world was new, back when forever was a word we knew. Now I'm a stranger in our favorite street, with 1,000 words I'll never get to speak. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief. It steals the color and leaves the grief. I'd stay asleep for 1,000 years just to drown out the sound of these waking tears. Is it mercy or cruelty to see your face in a world that's erased every single trace? Is a dream just a lie that the heart tells the mind to keep the ghost of us from falling behind? If I close my eyes, you're still standing there, running your fingers through my messy hair. But the waking is a blade, sharp and true. If a dream is a lie, why does it feel so much like you? So I'll go back to sleep where the promises are cheap and you're still mine to keep. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. Just a dream. Goodbye. I still set the table for two every night, watching the shadows fade out with the light.
I still set the table for two every night,
watching the shadows fade out with the light. watching the shadows fade out with the light. The kettle is screaming, but I'm standing still, waiting for your key to turn. Oh, I know it never will. I've memorized the cracks along the ceiling tiles, trying to trace the map of all our ghost-filled miles. The silence is a sound I can't turn down, a heavy velvet cloak that wraps around. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, and breathing in the ghost of you still hanging in the air. Now I'm just living on lonely daydreams, stuck in the almost and the could have beens, building a kingdom out of dust and regret, trying to remember what I haven't lost yet. The sun comes up but the world stays gray. I'm just a memory of a girl from yesterday, in this house of hollow echoes. I'm wide awake and screaming, lost in the middle of these lonely daydreams. I saw a car like yours at the stoplight today. For a heartbeat I forgot you went away. I nearly called your name, the words were on my tongue, but the air turned to ice and my lungs felt unstrung. It's the little things that cut the deepest skin, like the way the closet smells of where you've been. They say that time is a healer, but time is a thief. It steals all the color and leaves only grief. I'd rather have the pain than to feel nothing at all, because the nothingness is deeper than the fall. Yeah, I'm just living on lonely daydreams, stuck in the almost and the could have beens, building a kingdom out of dust and regret, trying to remember what I haven't lost yet. The sun comes up but the world stays gray. I'm just a memory of a girl from yesterday, in this house of hollow echoes. I'm wide awake and screaming, lost in the middle of these lonely daydreams. Close my eyes, I can see you smile. Let me stay here for a little while, just a little while. Lonely daydreams. The tea is cold and I'm still alone. I'm tracing the patterns of cracks in the ceiling, trying to numb out this hollowed out feeling. The bed is a canyon, a mile of white sheets, while the silence between us is screaming in beats. I reach for your hand, but I touch a ghost instead, just an echo of something that hasn't been said. You're physically here, but your soul's out the door, and I'm picking up pieces of us from the floor, waiting for a spark that you already blew out, living in the shadow of a beautiful of us before the fall. Back when your eyes were a place I could live. Before you had nothing but sorry to give. Now I'm a stranger in my own favorite skin, wondering where you end and where I begin. So tell me you love me, then tell me you love me not. Give me the truth or just give me the best that you've got. I'm pulling the past till there's nothing left to hold. Watching a fire that's grown bitter and cold. It's the almost, the maybe, the wait and see that's killing the person I used to be. Don't hold my heart just to let the blood clot. I'd rather you hate me than love me not. Is it the way that I breathe? Is it the way that I cry? Or did we just run out of reasons to try? I'm screaming don't leave, but I'm hoping you do, because I'm losing myself trying to keep holding you. Just finish the sentence, just cut the line. Stop saying you're okay and saying we're fine. He loves me. He loves me, yeah. I'm standing in the garden where the flowers are rose. Just say the words. I'm ready for the truth, even if it hurts. Love me not. Love me not. Love me not. The clock on the wall is ticking too loud in this empty room, in this quiet house. I'm folding the shirts you left on the chair, breathing the ghost of you still in the air. You said we were solid, you said we were gold, but stories change every time they are told. Now I'm just a chapter you've decided to close. And they say it's just a moment, a flicker in time, a temporary fever, a mountain climb. But how can it be momentary and brief when I'm drowning in oceans of permanent grief? If this is just a sad what you call the goodbye. Just a moment under a vast empty sky. But my heart doesn't know how to keep time anymore. It's just a moment forevermore. The coffee's gone cold in your favorite blue mug, and the hallway feels miles since I lost your hug. I'm watching the dust motes dance in the light of a sun that forgot how to burn through the night. I've memorized every crack in the ceiling while I wait for the ghost of a physical feeling. The maps on the wall all lead back to your door, but I don't know who lives in that house anymore. The silence is heavy, the silence is loud. I'm searching for silver in every dark cloud, and I'm staring at a pale horizon where the colors don't know how to bleed. I'm a ship on a sea that is rising with a hunger that I cannot feed. You are the gold and the glow of the morning. Now I'm just a shadow that's tired of the warning, watching the edge where the sky meets the sea, waiting for you to come back home to me. But the horizon stays pale and empty. I went to the park where we carved out our names, but the bark has grown over our youthful games. The seasons are moving, the world is in bloom, but I'm still a prisoner in this quiet room. I try to breathe deep, but the air tastes like salt, and I'm drowning in questions of whose was the fault. Is there a place where the light never fades, beyond The sun is a circle of white in the sky. Too tired to live and too stubborn to die. Just like this love that I'm holding so tight in the pale empty wash of the morning light. The pale horizon, nothing but gray. You're still a lifetime away. The coffee's getting cold on the kitchen wood. I'd fix the leaking faucet if I thought I should. But the rhythmic dripping is the only sound that keeps my heavy feet pressed against the ground. I'm wearing your old sweater just to feel the weight of a love that didn't realize it was running late. I'm fine when people ask, I wear the mask so well. I've built a sanctuary inside this private hell. The neighbors see a window with a steady light. They don't see the hurricane I'm fighting every night. It's a quiet storm raining in my chest, a thunder in my heartbeat that will never let me rest. No clouds in the sky, no wind in the trees, but I'm drowning in the memory of us on my knees. It's the kind of wreckage that nobody sees, just a quiet storm breaking me. I've started talking to the empty side of the bed, repeating all the things that we never quite said. I'm tracing the outlines of where you used to lie, waiting for the lightning to strike from a dry sky. Your name is a secret I'm forced now to keep between the hours of waking and the mercy of sleep. The loudest screams are the ones that make no noise, like the shattering of us, like the breaking of our toys. There's no sirens wailing, no glass on the floor, just the ghost of your shadow walking out the door. I left my breath in a coffee shop on Regent Street and let the fog swallow up the sound of my feet. I thought if I stayed I could make the gray turn blue, but the stones in this city are colder than the ghost of you. I'm packing light, leaving the sweaters that smell like us, watching all forever turn to city, soda and dust. The king of a kingdom made of glass and pride, and I was the girl just trying to find a place to hide. I memorized the map of your scars and every street name, but every road led back to the same hollow game. The sun never rose, it just teased us through the black, and I'm too tired to keep holding the sky on my back. So London, you gorgeous, cruel mistake. There's only so much of a heart a rainy sound can break. I gave you my youth, I gave you my best years of gold. Now I'm just shivering in a story already told. The bridge is still standing, but I finally let go. I'm not angry, I'm just empty like a Sunday afternoon. I thought I'd be a sun, but I was just a fading moon, reflecting a light that you never really shone. God, it's a tragedy to feel this much alone in a crowd of millions, in the center of the world. I'm just another flag that you never St. Pancras is calling. The whistle is a sigh. I'm not looking back to wave a last goodbye. The fog is closing in. The platform's getting dim. I'm losing the city. I'm losing the heart here. So long. It wasn't my fault. I've mastered the art of the half-hearted smile. I've been practicing okay for quite a long while. I tell the checkout clerk I'm doing just fine, while I'm tracing the cracks on this invisible line. My friends say that healing is a matter of time, but the mountain gets steeper every day that I climb. I'm a ghost in a costume of skin and of bone, the life of the party, yet always alone. I've run out of ways to pretend I'm okay. The color is slowly just draining the gray, 'cause I'm tired of trying to be fine. Tired of drawing a boundary line between the person I was and the wreck I've become, between the sharp stabs of pain and the feeling of numb. I'm exhausted from holding my breath in the dark, trying to ignite a dead frozen spark. The weight of the fight is just too much to carry. To a version of me I no longer want to marry. I see your face in the crowds on the street. I feel my heart skip a jagged, hollow beat. Then I remember I'm not supposed to care. I'm supposed to breathe in the new, fresh air, but the air tastes like dust and the water like salt. And I'm searching for someone to give all the fault. Is it brave to keep going when you've lost the map? Or am I just caught in a long running trap? I'm dropping the mask, let it shatter and fall. I'm sick of the brave and I'm sick of it all. Let the tears be a river, let the walls crumble down. I'm tired of swimming just so I don't drown. So if you see me and I start to cry, don't tell me it's alright, don't tell me a lie. Just let me be broken, just let me be weak. I've got nothing left for the peace that you seek. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. And for the first time, that's just fine. I brace for a word or familiar smile, but you look through my shoulder like I was just glass, waiting for the moment to shudder and pass. We used to know every scar, every dream. Now we're just stitches torn out at the seam. I know how you take your coffee at 4, but I don't even know who you are anymore. It's a violent kind of quiet, a cold kind of blue, to unlearn the person I thought that I knew. We've traded our secrets for how have you been. Now the walls are back up where the windows had been, and oh, it's a heavy heartbreak sin to end up back where we had to begin. From 1,000 I loves to a knot in the rain, from sharing a life to just sharing the pain. We've walked back the miles, we've undone the years, till all that is left is the salt in our tears. It's the saddest thing that we'll ever do. We are strangers again, me and you. I still have your number, I know it by heart, but calling you now is a desperate art. I wonder if you move the chair in the hall, or if my old picture is still on the wall. We're ghosts of a story that nobody reads. Two separate gardens overcome by the weeds. It's a funeral held in the middle of May, watching our history just drifting away. How do you forget the way someone breathes? How do you ignore the way your heart grieves? We're experts at acting like we never met, caught in a cycle of learn to forget. I'm standing at the edge of the garden we grew, where the lilies have withered and the sky lost its blue. I found an old letter tucked deep in a drawer, full of the some days we don't say anymore. We built up a kingdom on shifting gray sand. Now I'm holding the blueprints with no one to plan. So this is the place where the dreams go to die, under a heavy and colorless sky, where the iron years all go and then fade to gray, and the forever we promised just drifted away. It's a graveyard of wishes, a field of goodbye. This is the place where our dreams go to die. There's a ghost of a swing set in the back of my mind, and a house on a hill that we'll never quite find. I see the ghost of the children we never will hold, a story of us that will never be told. It's quiet out here, not a breath, not a sound, just the weight of the hopes that I've put in the ground. Do they turn into stars? Do they turn into dust? Do they break like the iron under layers of rust? I'm digging a hole for the life that I planned, while the ring that you gave me slips off of my hand. It's not just a breakup, it's a world ending slow, with nowhere for all of this longing to go. So this is the place where the dreams go to die, under a heavy and colorless sky, where the I love yous echo and then fade to gray, and the forever we promised just drifted away. It's a graveyard of wishes, a field of goodbye. This is the place where our dreams go to die. Lay them down gently, the plans and the prayers, the scent of your skin and the way that you cared. I'll leave them all here in the cold morning light, and walk back alone through the rest of my life, where dreams go to die, where dreams go to die. I'm watering the floor where the vase used to stand, tracing the outlines of where you held my hand. The curtains are heavy, the sunlight is bruised. I'm just a ghost in a house that you used. You left like a season, sudden and cold. Now I'm holding on to stories that will never be told. I try to remember the scent of the rain, but it's drowned out by the echo of your name. I'm pulling the weeds in the dark of my mind, searching for pieces I know I won't find. Now I'm just a withered bloom in a garden of gray, watching the colors of us drift away. You were the summer and I was the fall. Now there's nothing but winter inside of these walls. I'm petals on the pavement, crushed by the light. A beautiful ending that died in the night. Oh, it's hard to breathe when the roots are all gone and the garden stays quiet, but the world carries on. The ink on your letters is starting to fade, just like the promises that we both made. I pass by the mirror and don't know the face of the person who let you take up all the space. I'm reaching for shadows, I'm talking to air, but I look at your side of the bed and nothing is there. 'Cause I'm just a withered bloom in a garden of gray, watching the colors of us drift away. You were the summer and I was the fall. Now there's nothing but winter inside of these walls. I'm petals on the pavement, crushed by the light. A beautiful ending that died in the night. Oh, it's hard to breathe when the roots are all gone and the garden stays quiet, but the world carries on. They say that the soil needs the storm to be sweet, but I'm just a heart that is tired of the beat. How do I grow when you took all the sun? How do I finish what we just begun? I'm breaking, I'm bending, I'm losing my hold in a story where I'm just the part that got old. Yeah, I'm just a withered bloom in a garden of gray, watching the colors of us drift away. are gone, I'm still here waiting for a morning that won't dawn, just to wither.